just not going to find a better atmosphere for high school basketball than what we have tonight here on the south part of Goshen. The Falcons' Nest is absolutely rocking. We got trumpets playing. We got Northeast Corner Conference rivals meeting as Westview takes on Fairfield for the 96th time on the 46th game of the week. And how you doing, everybody? Alongside Bo Hunt with Craig Heatherly, it's Chuck Freeby. Angelo DiCarlo has the night off. My gosh, it's great to have you with us for high school basketball tonight on 46. Westview is 9-3, but they lost to this Fairfield team just 8 days ago in the Northeast Corner Conference tournament, and I think that might be a wake-up call for Chandler Pribble's team.
Yeah, it's definitely a wake-up call. They get beat by 12 to a conference foe in the conference tournament, but I think the biggest thing to take away from that, what did you learn from that game? How are you going to make adjustments in this game tonight to counteract that loss?
Meanwhile, Fairfield went on to win that conference tournament. First time the boys Falcons team has done that since 1999. So Derek Heinen's team may be feeling fat and sassy. How does the coach keep them hungry?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is how do you come off that high and come back down grounded and get focused for this game, because it's packed in here tonight. The student body is going crazy just in the girls game before this. So how do you come down from that and get refocused and adjust to this game?
And Craig Heatherly joining us on the sidelines. This is perfect situation for you because this isn't only about managing people, it's about making some strategic adjustments with a team that you just played. How difficult is that, and who is it more difficult for tonight?
Yeah, this Westview team, they've got more of an advantage than you realize. They've got an extra day of rest, recovery, preparation, and most importantly, they've got extra motivation for revenge on a game like tonight. If they can channel that energy, they'll have an opportunity for success at the end.
The buggies have been out in the parking lot, and they've been there since 5 o'clock before the girls' game. We hope the boys' game lives up to the hype as well. It's Westview and Fairfield, our St. Joseph County Police Department pregame show, and our keys to win are next on the 46th game of the week.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Bill's Heating, Health Markets, Tony Letcher, St. Joseph County Police Department, Tire Rack, HealthLink, Raising Cane's, Crown Trophy, API St. Andrews Products, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, and the IHSAA.
This edition of the 46th game of the week being brought to you in part by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. We're back inside the Falcons' Nest. Westview taking on Fairfield. Time now to look at our keys to win for tonight's game, and we'll start with the Westview Warriors. There are 2 players tied for leading scorers honors. Lead the offense, Luke Helmuth, the 6'1 senior, averaging 11.8 points a game, but he also leads the team in assists and is really kind of a Swiss Army knife player for this Westview attack, and he gets some help from Wyatt Zepp. Now, Zepp is 6'6", but he's not confined to just being an inside player. He's a 41% three-point shooter. But if they can get him established down low and get some points in the paint, that's really going to help the Warriors tonight. Here are the keys to win for Chandler Pribble and Westview.
The keys to win tonight for Westview, they need to handle the pressure. And that's not just Fairfield's defensive pressure. That's the pressure of being in this gym here tonight. They need to win on the boards, and they need to attack Fairfield's switching defense. Here's Chandler Pribble in his second season with Westview.
Yeah, tonight we've got to make sure that we rebound well. We can't give them extra opportunities that are maybe going to be easy opportunities for this place to erupt. They're a team that doesn't beat themselves. We got to make sure that we're a team that doesn't beat ourselves tonight. So we need to limit our turnovers better than we did last time, and then again the rebounding.
Meanwhile, the Fairfield Falcons come in here with a win in their holster already over Westview, and one of the key figures in that win was Mitchell Miller, the 6' senior, who scored 23 against the Warriors last week. He's only averaging 10 points a game, but he's also a terrific defensive player, leading the team with 33 steals. And he'll get some help on offense from three-point sniper Carson Smith, who's hitting 43% from beyond the arc. He's committed to play college basketball at Calumet College of St. Joe. 10 points and 4.5 rebounds a game for Mr. Smith. The keys to win for the third-year coach Derek Heinen and the Falcons.
The keys to win tonight for the Falcons. They need to make it hard on Westview to run their offense. They need to get in passing lanes and make sure they're physical. Guard the inside well. Make sure they get inside. Don't let that inlet pass get in there. And be aggressive, but take care of the basketball. Here's Derek Heinen on this rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, it's better. It just is. It's better. It's two really close schools, two very similar schools, but they don't want to act like they're very similar. And it's just a really hard-fought game and two really competitive teams year in and year out.
You got these two young coaches. You need younger references. So Westview's a little bit like Doja Cat. They want to paint the town red tonight, even though they're having a whiteout. Fairfield, they're a little bit more like Tate McRae. They're greedy. They want that sweep. We'll see which one can get it. It's Westview and Fairfield. Those are keys to win on the St. Joe County Police Department pregame show. The opening tip-off and starting lineups are next on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way your tire buying should be. Before the boys' game, the girls from Westview and Fairfield were on the floor tonight. Ava Herbert and the Falcons had a strong night. Madison Jones led the way for Fairfield with 14 points. Maddie Miller added 11. And Kyle Hartman's Falcons came away with a 51-35 triumph in this one. And of course, Fairfield, out in the hallway, they commemorate the defending 3A state champions. Brody Garber going out on the high note as he took that team all the way to the promised land last year. So, of course, both these teams on the boys' side have those kind of dreams. Let's give you the starting lineups. First of all, for the Westview Warriors, it's brought to you by Tiffany's Restaurant. Here's Bo Hunt.
Starting lineup for the Westview Warriors. Luke Hellmuth, the 6'1 senior, averaging 12 a game. Austin Schlaball, the 6'1 freshman, leads the teams in block shots. Caden Groh, the 6'3 sophomore, transfer from Bluffton, shooting 41% from the three-point range. Wiley Minix, all NEC last season, and Wyatt Zepp, the 6'6 senior, committed to play at Concordia. And for the home team, with the lights out here tonight, the Fairfield Falcons basketball. Brooks Custer, the 5'11 junior, is the quarterback on the football team. Noah Mass, the 6'6 senior, leads the team with 36 assists. Mitchell Miller, the 6' senior, averaging 12 a game, scored 23 the last time these two teams met. Tyson Frey, the 6'3 senior, tallied 16 against Jimtown. And Carson Smith, the 6'1 senior, is committed to play Calumet College of St. Joe.
Standing room only crowd on hand as we take a look at the series history. The Westview Whistler reminding folks who leads this series. The Warriors do 59-36. They first met in 68. They last played 8 days ago, and Fairfield won it by 12. As the lights come back on our officiating crew tonight, we've got Ryan Eakins working with Dylan Herendine and Bryce Kaler. And what an atmosphere for high school basketball on 46.
As we get ready to go here in the first quarter. The first quarter is sponsored by Southwind Flooring.
The Westview Warriors tip it into the hands of the Fairfield Falcons, who come in 10-3 on the year, 3-0 in the NECC. Their best wins not only over Westview, but also over Fort Wayne North and Lakeland. Their losses all came to all NLC teams, Wawasee, Northwood, and Goshen. Man-to-man defense for the Warriors to open up as Carson Smith tries to drive the baseline and had to throw it. A wild shot put up by Brooks Custer, which is off the mark, and it'll go out of bounds to Westview.
Starting lineups tonight were sponsored by Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka, Indiana, your classic hometown restaurant. They serve delicious home-style meals that are almost as good as your mom used to make. Hearty breakfast, lunches on the go, delicious suppers, and some of the best pies and desserts you'll find.
The Westview Warriors 9-3 on the year, 3-1 in the NECC. As we mentioned, they lost to Fairfield by 12 their last time out. Their best wins came over Northwood, East Noble, and then they beat Lakeland in a 74-61 overtime game. Caden Grau gets the opening basket of the game, the 6'3 sophomore, averaging 7.5 points per game. So the Warriors striking first. Noah Mast looking for help. Tyson Fry had to come out to help him out. Good pressure defense here by Westview. Mast trying to go to work on Grau. The big fella spinning in the lane. Couldn't hit, and Grau gets the rebound. Westview in a hurry. Austin Schleybaugh all the way to the rack, but he missed the layup. And Fairfield will slow it up a little bit as Derek Heinen points one finger to the sky to call out the play. Mitchell Miller outside. There's Custer trying to go to work on Wiley Minix, and he drove the lane and drew the contact.
Fairfield really likes to drive that lane, dribble drive, really take it at you. You can see that on their first 3 series. Here you can see the Stutzman Power Equipment replay. Just a great job really taking to the hoop and drawing the foul.
So Brooks Custer goes to the line where he's a 69% free throw shooter on the year. As you take a look at Chandler Pribble in his second year as the Westview head coach. Custer hit 2 key three-pointers in last week's win over Westview, and he drains his first free throw of the night.
East of Chicago Pizza in Shipshewana is serving up the best Chicago-style pizza in the area. Their buffet and bone-in wings are back. Don't forget that they are open on Sundays. That's East of Chicago Pizza.
Grau with another rebound as Custer goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Luke Helmuth tries to drive, contact, no call, and underneath it's a layup for Austin Schleybaugh, the freshman. So Westview executing well on offense right now. Chandler Pribble said it was one of the best weeks of practice they've had this week. I'm sure they're highly motivated after the loss to their arch rivals. Tyson Fry throws it away. Underneath it goes, but the layup missed by Helmuth.
I really like the way Schleybaugh is playing. Austin, just a freshman, taken to the hoop twice, made 1 of 2, and had a nice little steal there getting in the passing lane.
Turnaround jumper by Mitchell Miller is pure. First field goal of the game for Fairfield. They draw within 1 and a steal. Here's Carson Smith. Nice crossover move, and he drew the contact against Schleybaugh, the freshman.
2 early fouls on Westview now.
Alex Hofer, the 6-foot senior, will check into the lineup. Hofer was a starter a year ago, has adapted well to a bench role this year, and Owen Brill will come into the lineup for Westview. He'll take the place of Minix. Smith throws it deep into the backcourt where Hofer will get it. Now Mast spinning mid-range. And the Falcons have their first lead.
He plays bigger than 6'6". I mean, you look at him out there on the floor, he looks like he's about 6'7", 6'8".
Grau was wide open, but the pass was thrown away by Westview. Fry nearly traveled. Smith wide open for 3. It rims out, tipped around, and Westview corrals it. Schleybaugh all the way again. Missed the layup, and Fry gets the rebound. Boy, Westview's had some great looks. Everything's been taken within 2 feet of the basket, but they're only 2 of 5.
JoJo's Pretzels in Shipshewana invites you to the Shipshewana Ice Festival happening this weekend. JoJo's Pretzels, family owned and operated since 1989.
Mast works around a screen from Smith. Here's Hofer on the wing. Miller tried to cross over. Helmuth knocked it away. Hofer retains it. Fry wants position down low, and a holding call called on Wyatt Zepp. 3rd foul on Westview.
Fouls on Westview, number 41, Wyatt Zepp.
Big crowd here tonight. 3 quick fouls on Westview. You know the crowd's going to start getting into it if Fairfield doesn't get called for a foul here very shortly.
And Westview is going to call a timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:53 to go in the first. It's sponsored by Yoder Popcorn. Fairfield leads at 5-4 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Raising Cane's. Craveable chicken finger meals. That's one love. You take a look at the NECC standings. This is a key game in the conference tonight. Fairfield, the only undefeated team in the league. And look at the posse of teams just waiting for them, one loss back. Fairfield to inbound, up by 1 midway through the first. Both teams going to their bench. That's Brant Garber, a sophomore who has checked in. Miller wanted to do some fancy moves, left the ball outside. Mast, he likes that spin move inside, and he used the pivot foot but couldn't score. And the rebound comes to Wade Springer.
Again, point-blank shots for both these teams. A lot of bunnies being missed tonight, not going up strong enough to the hoop.
Both teams 2 of 5 from the field. This is Grau, had the shot altered by Mast. Fairfield coming the other way with Hofer. Right down the lane, and he zips it across, but the shot is blocked out of bounds by Zepp.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is globally known as the knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Like the teams in this game, Imagineering is always working toward a great finish. And thank you, Imagineering, for your continued support of high school sports on TV 46.
Eli Miller just had the shot rejected, nearly threw it away. Custer had to hustle to retrieve it. Custer down the lane. And the General gets his first bucket of the night. 3 in the corner. It's an air ball for Owen Brill. Fairfield coming the other way. Mass, topside triple. Rims out, and a good rebound. Hofer called for going over the back.
Great box out there. Owen Brill just did a really good job of getting the body on Hofer and really understanding how to get your body into him so you get that foul called on Fairfield.
Derek Heinen wants to bring full court pressure here, so Camden Yoder will check into the game. He's a 5'8" junior who handles the ball pretty well, and he'll take the place of Zepp. Westview, and a push-off foul is called, or is it a hold? It's going to be on Custer. It is a hold.
It looked like it could have went either way on that one.
Well, the argument Springer would give you is I was pushing off because I was being held. Yes. And it might be an accurate one. Fairfield worked on this a ton at practice the other day. So it's no surprise that Wade Springer and the Warriors able to solve the press. Springer, a senior, averaging 5 points a game, coming in off the bench tonight. Finds Owen Brill. Down on the baseline, they move it around well, but can't get an open look. Finally, Brill into the lane, dumps it off, and Yoder lays it in. Camden Yoder, that, I believe, is his first basket of the season.
Just great ball movement by Westview. Fairfield is trying to take every pass away. He just did a great job of keep moving it and looking for that open layup.
Carson Smith. Hofer was bumped, no call. Custer, a little Euro step and a blocking foul called on Westview. It goes on Wade Springer. You'll get another look here on the Stutzman Power Equipment replay.
Stutzman Power Equipment, where you can get the tools and equipment for all your outdoor needs, specializing in Kubota, Steel, Toro, Bad Boy, and Skag. Check them out online at stutzmanpower.com. Stutzman Power Equipment, where service is their #1 product, proud to support high school athletics.
Custer hits the first. Brooks with 4 points tonight. The junior averages 6 per game. Big fellas check back in now. Eli Miller leaving. Wyatt Zepp in for Westview. Tyson Fry for Fairfield.
I think one of the biggest things you can see with Fairfield is they're just trying to be the more physical team out there. They definitely have probably the thicker guys out there with body sizes, and they feel that's their advantage.
Well, and they're taking it to the foul line. Custer's 3 of 4 from the stripe, and that's the difference in the game right now. Springer will bring it across against Hofer. They go down low to Springer. Here's Zepp outside. Bodies flying in the paint. The lane is no place for the timid tonight. Shown here. Schlaball with the bucket. I'm telling you, if you aren't willing to go in and bang bodies tonight, go home. Hofer couldn't hit. Fry got tied up, and they're going to call a foul on the inside here. This is going to be on Zepp, his second.
Oh, actually, Camden Yoder actually called it on. Looked like they were going to call it on Zepp, but actually called on Yoder.
Oh, okay.
That saves Zepp from having his second foul.
Absolutely. So here's Tyson Fry going to the foul line. Tyson, a 49% foul shooter. Talk about a strong young man. He squats 390 pounds and buries the first.
Time for new tires? Go to TireRack.com and try their easy-to-use tire decision guide to get a personalized tire recommendation. They sell only the best brands backed by test results, consumer ratings, and customer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Should have been there yesterday. The way the roads
The
are
way
tonight.
the roads are tonight, that is for sure.
10-8 Fairfield. Springer working against the Falcons defense here. See the clock, right-hand corner of the TireRack.com scoreboard. Luke Helmuth, one of the leading scorers on this Westview team. In fact, both their leading scorers, Helmuth and Zepp, have not scored here in the first quarter. Dynamite defensive job by Fairfield so far, yet Westview can tie or take the lead on this possession. Schlaball with a nice move, kicks it outside. Helmuth topside triple, no good. Rebound and a foul called on Noah Mast with 1.9 seconds left.
Austin Schlaball disses it out for the three and then gets his position back inside. The Stutzman power equipment replay. Just a great job. I mean, he's just a freshman, but he plays like he's an upperclassman.
He's a terrific athlete. He played on the baseball team last year, even though he was only in 8th grade. Played on the varsity baseball team, which is not unprecedented at Westview.
No, and Jason Rahm, just the baseball coach, does a great job of really developing that baseball program as well.
He was also the state junior high champ in the 100-meter hurdles last year. And he makes the free throw here. 10-9 the score. And the first quarter comes to an end here at the Falcons' nest. And what a physical first quarter it was. Caden Drow, Westview going to work early on, but Fairfield roared back, and Noah Mast and the Falcons lead it by one after one on 46. And this edition of the 46th Game of the Week is being brought to you by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. And it's time for our Bill's Heating courtside report. Craig Heatherly, your thoughts on not only the play, but the atmosphere in the first quarter?
Yeah, it's incredible atmosphere. But as a coach, offensively, you tell your team you want to operate in a scoring area, meaning the three-point line. What Westview is forcing Fairfield to do is catch the basketball 10 feet beyond the three-point line, not in a scoring area, and forcing individuals to make very, very challenging one-on-one plays, and they're doing it. They're succeeding. But on the other end, Westview is getting great looks. They just got to convert around the rim.
Our second quarter tonight sponsored by Pizza Depot of Millersburg. Whether you're hungry for specialty pizza, wings, breadsticks, subs, or ice cream, Pizza Depot in Millersburg can feed the family or your whole team. The Pizza Depot is excited to announce their second location coming soon to Middlebury, and a big thank you to Pizza Depot in Millersburg for feeding the production crew prior to tonight's game.
Turnover on Westview. Gives the ball to the Falcons here to start the second. Custer trying to come across the top of the key. Now Mast working one-on-one against Grau. Mast into the paint. Little baby hook wouldn't go. Good defense by Grau that time. The transfer from Bluffton with some nice play. Wyatt Zepp tries to go to work on Tyson Fry, takes him to the basket. Zepp with his first bucket of the game for the transfer from Northridge.
I think it was important for Zepp to get in and get some points here to start this quarter and really get going.
Carson Smith trying to get untracked as well, but he got pinned on the baseline, then threw it away.
Second turnover tonight for Fairfield. Westview with 3 turnovers on the night.
Derek Heinen trying to encourage his team. Derek, a Columbia City grad, then went to the University of St. Francis, scored over 2,000 points in his collegiate career. Zepp down on the block. Smith bodied him up and a little too much.
Wow, so physical down there. I mean, he had Zepp bodied up that whole time, and when he went up, he knew he was going to have to go through him. Here you can see on the Stutzman Power replay. Right over the top.
And not the guy Fairfield wants to put at the line. Wyatt Zepp is a 95% free throw shooter on the year, and the announcer jinx is still very active.
You know you do that. Come on now.
Yeah, boy.
Sprouts and Honey is a local children's boutique here to outfit all the littles of your circle. Boys and girls clothing and accessories. Unique and local school spirit wear available. We are located inside Yoder Popcorn in Shipshewana, or you can order online for delivery or local pickup at sproutsandhoney.com. Follow us on social media platforms for discounts and giveaways. Sprouts and Honey, timeless, simple, basic.
Fairfield completely out of sync. We'll keep it here with 6:38 to go in the first half, and Westview up by a count of 12-10. Reminder, we have more high school basketball for you next week, and our midweek game comes to you from Hadaway's Shack. Man, this is going to be a great matchup between 2 unheralded underclassmen. Grant Devine from Bremen, the leading freshman in the state in scoring. And I'll tell you what, Adams is starting to get it cranked up with Chad Johnston's squad, and they're going to be playing at home Wednesday night at 9, Thursday afternoon at 2, plus we'll have a live stream for you Tuesday night at 7:30. Jarvis Tolbert is a terrific sophomore from Adams that very few people talk about.
Small Batch Roastery provided fresh and local coffee located at 5 and 20 in the Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Order your beverage hot, iced, or frozen. They also offer smoothies and teas. Hungry? Grab one of our delicious breakfast sandwiches or baked goods. Served all day, our friendly staff are waiting to greet you and provide you with excellent service. Drive-through and walk-in available.
Switching man-to-man here for Fairfield. Cross-court pass, Helmuth for 3. Wouldn't go, and Fairfield wrestles the rebound away with Smith. The Warriors, normally a pretty good three-point shooting team, are 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
And I'm sure East of Chicago Pizza would like them to hit one since they're the three-point sponsor for Westview tonight.
Mast. Now to Eli Miller. Carson Smith coming down the right side. Double pump layup wouldn't go. And Zepp collects the loose change. Springer over to Grau. Had it knocked away by Miller, and Westview retains possession.
This game's health tip is brought to you by HealthLink. There's no better way to make sure your athlete is ready to play than a sports physical. Call HealthLink and schedule an appointment today. HealthLink offers medical, dental, vision, and more.
Inbounds pass comes to Wiley Minix back in the game. Underneath the ball, rejected by Mast. And Miller and the Falcons come the other way. Garber off to Hofer. Fairfield trying to do something productive here on offense. Mitch Miller, foul line jumper. That's off the mark and tipped out to Westview on the run. Falcons have missed their last 4 from the field as that ball gets knocked out of bounds. The defense is dominating so far here tonight.
Yeah, it's just really coming back to that physical play. Neither defense wants to give an inch in this basketball game.
Westview knocks its own inbounds pass away. Helmuth and Minix got loaded into the wrong space, and somebody's coming out.
St. Joe County Police Department is here to protect and serve our community. They're looking for more people to join their team. Employment opportunities for high school graduates are available, and they offer outstanding benefits and a true family environment on their team. Learn more at sjcindiana.com/employment.
Here's more of that ball pressure Craig Heatherly was talking about. Look where Fairfield is setting up its offense from. Hofer to Mast. And Bo, you mentioned the physicality of Fairfield, and Mast uses some of the right there. I was going to ask you, they seem to have gotten away from that prior to that possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was they weren't hitting any shots on offense, and they just kind of got away from that physicality and really being physical with Westview.
Here's Yoder for three, and Mast gets the rebound. Now Westview's three-point woes continue. The Warriors now 0 for 4. Midway through the second quarter, Fairfield and Westview tied up in this Northeast Corner Conference clash. Eli Miller lost the handle. Another Fairfield turnover, their fourth. And three of them have come here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they just had one in that first quarter, and just a little bit of sloppiness with the ball here in the second quarter.
Hofer knocks that pass away, anticipating.
Corn Crib Cafe is a small restaurant serving big and delicious entrees located in Shipshewana. Their daily homemade specials, locally sourced foods, and baking goods in-house are a staple to quality food. Our menus include pizza, sandwiches, salads, homemade soups, pies, and so much more. Located at the corner of 5 and 20 inside the Yoder Crossroads Complex.
Wyatt Zepp was able to make eye contact with the inbounds passer, called for that little lob pass. They executed it beautifully, and here's another travel called against Fairfield. I want you to take a look at this last basket here on the Stutzman Power Equipment replay, because this was an eye contact call from Zepp to the inbounds passer. Rusty Yoder, their fine assistant coach who had back surgery this week, was talking with players about this at practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just a great backdoor look and seeing that Fairfield overplaying.
Now an open look for Camden Yoder, and he couldn't make him pay. The rebound tapped around, and an over-the-back foul called on Westview.
Owen Brill picking up his first foul on the night.
So the Warriors have scattered their fouls pretty well. They have 6 different guys with 1. And they have a 2-point lead. Hofer decides to try to drive on Yoder, and all Yoder could do was try to hang on for dear life. That is a physical mismatch between an all-conference football player and 5'8" Camden Yoder.
Camden Yoder just 5'8", and going against 6 foot, probably 205 there.
Here's Noah Mast. He feels he's got an advantage on Helmuth. Now Carson Smith. Good defense by Brill, and it forced the turnover.
Westview just taking away the underneath basket, just sinking that down inside so they can't do anything inside.
Yeah, you're not going baseline tonight.
No.
That's the Warriors' motto. And Zepp is going in, had it knocked away, but a recovery by Brill, and he's fouled on the way up by Carson Smith. And you'll get another look from Stutzman Power Equipment.
Yeah, just a great job of hustling. I love the way Brill just took that right to the hoop, took it up strong, going to the line for 2. Smith.
Owen Brill, a 40% foul shooter.
Carson Smith, senior, averaging 10 a game, hasn't scored yet tonight, just picked up his second foul there, going to the bench.
So here's Brill. Had 9 points in their game against East Noble. 6'1" junior. And he's got more than his average already as he bangs home both free throws. Westview now 4 of 6 from the stripe, and that's the difference in the game. 16-12. Fry got a step on Zepp. And Tyson Fry with his first basket of the game. But racing up the court is Schleybaugh. Man, does he have some speed. You can see why he won that 100-meter hurdles championship in junior high. Helmuth handles things up top. You'll meet him at halftime, one of our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week. He did the crossover on Fry, but couldn't sink it. Rebound tipped around, put up and in by Daniel Yoder.
Well, that was all by Zepp. Zepp did a great job of coming in and tipping that ball away so Yoder can pick up that ball.
Yoder only a freshman. He and Schleybaugh definitely making a contribution for Westview tonight. And Fairfield very much caught in dribble drive offense right now. There's not a whole lot of passing, not a whole lot of movement in their offense right now.
Yeah, and they're not even looking for an open three-point shot. They're looking but nothing but try to attack. And Westview's doing a great job of really just sagging down and getting backside help. And I love how they're rotating guys in. Just every dead ball, they're getting another fresh body in there so they can be more physical.
Mitch Miller trying to drive baseline here. Now there's Custer open for three. Yes, sir.
There it is.
Exactly what you talked about, Bo. And Brooks Custer with 8 to lead the Falcons, and he's keeping them in it. Custer nearly had a shot at a steal and breakaway bucket there. Zepp on the outside. Here's Schleybaugh. He's done a nice job tonight. Zepp trying to establish post position. Boy, he was open for a second, but Daniel Yoder just had it stripped away by Mast, and here comes Fairfield with a chance to grab the lead. Mast spinning. Couldn't get it to go. Fry will hustle it down and have it go off his foot.
Located just outside of Shipshewana at the corner of 5 and 20 stands Yoder Popcorn, famously known for our tiny tender popcorn and homemade caramel corn. We are a family-owned 4th-generation business going on 88 years of operation. Our store has everything you need from your popping pleasure, 9 varieties of kernels, oils, seasonings, and so much more. Stop in today and shop for a free sample or visit our website, www.yoderpopcorn.com.
Helmuth trying to keep an eye on the clock as he runs the operation here. Mitchell Miller right in his face. Helmuth. Zepp, he threw one off the ceiling. He got deceived by the Fairfield student body doing a false countdown.
I think they're going to say it was tipped. They're going to bring it in. Why they discuss that, we're going to tell you Ben Soft Pretzels has been supporting high school athletics since 2008. They believe that sports are an important part of a well-rounded education, and we're proud to support the next generation of athletes. Find Ben Soft Pretzels at the University Park Mall and at most major Notre Dame athletics.
Westview with another chance. Zepp, catch, shoot. Wouldn't go. Mast with the rebound. First half ends with Westview on top of Fairfield by a count of 18-17. What a scrappy half of basketball. Time now for a Bills Heating courtside report. Craig Heatherly has Chandler Pribble.
Coach, both teams competing at a high level. Your thoughts there on the first half?
Well, our biggest thing was making sure we competed as hard as we could, and that's what our guys are doing tonight. We're making everything difficult on them, and that's something we struggled to do the first time we played them. So that's what I'm the most happy with. We're getting offensive rebounds, we're scrapping, we're getting shots at the rim. That's exactly what we were hoping to get.
Both teams are turning up the heat on defense. How do you get a rhythm offensively in the second half?
You got to be able to handle physicality and finish through a little bit of contact. They're strong guys. It's not that they're really fouling us, but they're there and hitting us with their chest when we're trying to finish. We got to be a little bit better playing through contact.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much, Craig. Reminder, stick around. We've got our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week and our St. Joe County Police Department halftime report. It's been as advertised. Westview leads Fairfield 18-17 at the break on 46. Halftime of tonight's game between Westview and Fairfield. Time now to meet our Student Athletes of the Week, a feature brought to us by our friend Tony Letcher with Health Markets. Two terrific representatives of these Northeast Corner Conference schools, Luke Helmuth of Westview, Noah Mast of Fairfield. We always start with the visitors first. Luke's really struggling in the classroom, folks. Just a 4.13 over at Westview High School, while he's one of the leaders in scoring on this basketball team. How do you strike the balance between academics and athletics?
It's definitely a lot of hard work. Definitely a lot of motivation from my parents. So a lot of late nights studying and working out. And I'll just say hard work is what it took.
You also find time to be active in your youth group. What does your faith mean to you?
It means a lot. I like to really do whatever I do for God, and it definitely means a lot since my pastor's even here at this game. So it's definitely a lot of motivation. Feels good.
4 years at Westview High School. What has that place meant to you?
It's definitely home. I don't want to be anywhere else. I could be, but I'm not. I love it.
And then you want to go into business. What prompted that interest from you?
My dad's a huge influence, and so is my grandpa. We have some local family businesses, so I would say them urging me into that is definitely what brought me to that.
Well, congratulations on this honor.
Thank you.
Luke Helmuth of Westview High School. Over on this side, it's Noah Mast, who's not only a fine basketball player, but Noah can cover some ground on the tennis court where he is an all-conference selection, and yet you're also getting a 3.85 in the classroom. How do you balance all those activities?
I know a lot of time management, making sure my priorities straight. School always comes first in my household, so just making sure I have that stuff all done and good to go.
You guys won a Northeast Corner Conference tournament last week. First time that Fairfield's boys have done that since 1999. What did that mean to you and your teammates?
You know, it means a lot. You know, we had some good teams come through Fairfield and not win that, so it means a lot in 25 years to finally win that and just come home and celebrate with the whole community.
And then what has this school meant to you?
It means everything. It's great community, great people. It kind of shaped who I've been and who I am as a person, and so I love this community.
You mentioned that you want to go into accounting. Are you strong in math? What made that something that appealed to you?
I've always loved math, have been my whole life. My mom taught me how to do math. She loves it too, so I get it from her, and I just love it. So.
And if you got a good calculator, you're set, right?
Exactly, yeah.
That's Noah Mast from Fairfield High School. Luke Helmuth from Westview. Our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week. Stick around. Halftime highlights and stats are next on the 46 Game of the Week. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. Halftime here at the Falcons' Nest, with Westview leading Fairfield by a count of 18-17. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt courtside tonight, and partner, defense has ruled the day in this one, and it is no place for timid, meek, weak people.
Well, Coach Ribble talked about it as he was going off the court, how physical this game was. We've been talking about the whole game. This is a physical game. This is two arch rivals going against each other. They just played 8 days ago. So you know there's going to be a little revenge factor, a little, battle between the student bodies going back and forth against each other. So, I mean, it's just going to be a very physical game.
Well, let's show you how it got to be this way inside the Falcons' Nest tonight, because Westview fired the opening salvo as Austin Schleybaugh was able to get the Warriors on the board, but Fairfield was able to respond. Mitchell Miller, his only basket of the first half, a fadeaway jumper. This is a young man that averages 10 a game. So Fairfield needed points from other people, and they would manage to get some help, but then watch Schleybaugh just get physical on the inside. The freshman had 5 to help lead the Warriors. Wyatt Zepp had 5 more, and Westview was cooking, but Noah Mast came up with a big hoop there to help the Falcons stay in it. Zepp, as we mentioned, gets the lob pass here off the inbound. Westview had a 4-point lead late. Fairfield was able to respond. Tyson Fry, a jackknife jumper there, and then Brooks Custer, 3 of his 8 points in the first half. That led the way for Fairfield. The shooting numbers not pretty, but Bo, I credit that more to the defense than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. The defense really stepped up, and they really got pressure up on the three-point shooters and in the lanes. I mean, nobody had an uncontested shot inside the lane, really. Rebounds pretty much the same. Free throws pretty much the same. Turnovers, I think that's the thing. In the second quarter, Fairfield had 5 of their 6 turnovers just in that quarter. So I think that was kind of the turning point in this game.
So does Westview get its revenge, or does Fairfield get big bragging rights this year? We'll find out. Second half play-by-play from the Falcons Nest comes your way after this on the 46 Game of the Week. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, keeping education in front of athletics. And we keep Craig Heavily in front of our courtside camera for a Bills Heating courtside report. What did Derek Heinen have to say coming out of the locker room?
He said it's really simple. He challenged his players to be the more physical team here in the second half. And that physicality needs to show up in a variety of ways. Most importantly, winning 50-50 basketballs, getting extra possessions offensively, and he thinks that will create some momentum on the offensive end.
Thank you very much, Craig. A reminder, our third quarter being brought to us by our friends at Southwind Flooring.
Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka, Indiana is your classic hometown restaurant. They serve delicious home-style meals that are almost as good as your mom used to make. Hearty breakfasts, lunches on the go, delicious suppers, and some of the best pies and desserts you'll find.
If you look at that Fairfield bench, Tyson Fry talking to the officials, perhaps trying to get a read on just how physical play will be allowed to be in the second half. It was allowed to be pretty physical in the first.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, the physicality of the first half was not necessarily called by the refs, and they just kind of let them play a little bit. Now, there wasn't any cheap shots or anything like that.
No. Hey, by the way, you didn't tune in to last year's 46 Sports Classics. Brody Garber, no longer the girls' head coach here at Fairfield. He is now an assistant with the boys program. Says he sleeps a lot better these days.
I'm sure he does. I've talked to him over the years. Used to be the baseball coach here as well, so I had many battles with him out on the diamond, but just nice little relaxed spot for him.
He can relax a lot if Tyson Fry's going to do that for Fairfield, plus a steal by Noah Mast. And the Falcons putting pressure on right out of the gate here, taking the lead. Wiley Minix was quiet in the first half. He's not here in the second. That's his first basket of the game.
We were wondering when Helmuth and Minix were going to get going. Neither one of them scored in that first half. Between the two, they average over 20 a game.
Fry travels.
Second turnover for Fairfield already here in the third quarter, one for Westview.
Noah Mast trying to lobby Ryan Eakins for the call, to no avail. Caden Grau, the sophomore, gets ready to inbound for Westview. Helmuth made a catch in traffic, and somehow, well, there's the foul call. This one's going to be on Brooks Custer, his second.
Yeah, it looked like there should have been a foul right at the start. They let it go away a little bit.
It was almost pass interference.
Yeah.
Now, ball knocked out of bounds by Schleybaugh, and Fairfield will have it.
East of Chicago Pizza in Shipshewana is serving up the best Chicago-style pizza in the area. Their buffet and bone-in wings are back. Don't forget that they are open on Sundays.
Wade Springer comes in to take the place of Schleybaugh as Fairfield inbounds, trailing by one. Mast gets a screen from Fry, tries to go baseline, and has to kick it back outside. Grau just giving Mast fits over there in the corner.
Yeah,
so they'll try the big fella again.
Looks like they're trying to get one-on-one with Mast down there.
And it works. No Mast now with 6, so a nice adjustment there by Derek Heinen, and we'll see what the counter is from Chandler Purple. They break the pressure well with Springer, and Minix had the shot blocked by Mitchell Miller.
Great job by Miller getting up the floor, got beat on the press, but great job of getting back and making that block.
Westview gets it inside to Minix. Here's Helmuth outside. As Pribble, the coach, calls out a play, and Now out of bounds off of Westview. Derek Heinen really trying to lobby for the call, but he's not going to get it.
No, definitely not going to get it on that.
Ryan Eakins has a big smile on his face, though, as he's listening to Heinen over on the side.
Ryan's been in those positions before.
Yes, he has.
Ex-basketball coach at the high school level himself.
Here's Wyatt Zepp going to work. Needs some help. Now he goes over Custer, but a little too hard, and Fry used that big body for the rebound and threw it out of bounds off Helmuth.
JoJo's Pretzels in Shipshewana invites you to the Shipshewana Ice Festival happening this weekend. JoJo's Pretzels are family-owned and operated since 1989.
Boy, they've got the big 6'6" guy, Noah Mass, bringing the ball up the floor, and look at him go to the baseline. Ball right off of Mass' hand and in the backcourt, over and back on Fairfield.
Third turnover for Fairfield here in the third quarter. Surprised Austin Slayball has yet to check into this game here in the third quarter.
Well, he was in to start the quarter. He had problems with the full court pressure, and then they took him out. And so I'm just wondering if they're trying to let him see a little bit from the sidelines how this is working. This is Springer, the senior who came in off the bench for Schleybaugh. Minix bounding his way through the lane. No basket. The foul was called on the floor before the shot.
Carson Smith with his third foul of the night still has not gotten in the scoring column either.
Actually, they wind up calling it on Mitchell Miller, and that's only his first. So that's a break for Fairfield there. Both teams going to their benches here. Wholesale substitutions.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is globally known as the knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Like the teams in this game, Imagineering is always working toward a great finish. And thank you, Imagineering, for your continued support on high school sports.
Westview moving the ball around the perimeter, but not finding any open looks. Wiley Minix handles it on the wing. Terrific man-to-man defense here by Fairfield, but they found a hole and Helmuth scores. Luke Helmuth with his first basket of the game for the 6'1" senior, and back and forth we go in Benton. Hofer on the drive. And he had it knocked away and a whistle, and it goes out of bounds to Fairfield.
That last basket by Helmuth, that puts 8 guys in the scoring column for Westview versus only 4 for Fairfield up here tonight.
Westview putting 2 freshmen into the game here. Daniel Yoder, number 45, and Austin Schleybaugh, number 15. Right now, Westview has 6 players on the floor. Somebody's got to come out. And it'll be Grau.
They got yeah, there you go. Eakins coming over to check to make sure they had the right substitution in there.
Noah Mass catching the inbounds pass. You would not want to be at elbow level of that guy if you're Luke Helmuth, right?
Just the way he spins around with those elbows up high.
Custer on the drive, and the QB scores. He's got 10. For a moment, they put up the wrong score on the scoreboard in the stadium, so that's why we've got the wrong score up right now. Fairfield leads at 23-22. Austin Schleybaugh responds and makes it 24-23 Westview. Miller on the outside.
Again, we talked about Fairfield kind of not really moving in their offensive set, just kind of standing around a little bit, not really getting a lot of movement away from the ball.
Here's Hofer with the left hand. Mitch Miller being harassed by Schleybaugh. Fairfield just really having problems getting into any kind of offensive set here. Now they go to Mast, and they want to clear out and do a one-on-one with him against Helmuth. Hofer for three. Off the back iron. Great hustle by Custer, and he's fouled by Yoder.
Yeah, great job by Custer, really understanding where that ball was coming off. Minix picking up his second foul. Here you can see the Stutzman Power Equipment replay. Great hustle by Custer getting out there on that ball.
This is a much different style game than the one played 8 days ago, I'll tell you that. Timeout being called by Westview. It's sponsored by Yoder Popcorn. 2:59 to go in the third, and the Warriors lead it by 1 on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by HealthLink, your community health center. Well, the pace certainly at Westview's liking, because Fairfield is 9-0 when they score 54 or more, but Westview undefeated when they hold foes to 54 or less.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the key stats. When you look at this game, I mean, it's been a very physical game. You look 23-24, that's not bad for the first quarter. Oh, no, it's almost the end of the third quarter in this game, but it's not because of poor shooting. It's just the defense has been so good in this game tonight.
And Westview has done a marvelous job. Craig touched on it early on, and it has held up. Fairfield just really struggling to get into any kind of half-court set.
Yeah, I mean, just their ability to move the ball and move away from the ball, I think, is one of the biggest things they need to work on here.
The Falcons are a team that love to create offense from their defense and be a transition team. They haven't been able to do that tonight. Westview forces another turnover. Here's Schleybaugh. Now Helmuth. Chandler Pribble calling out the play from the sideline. Helmuth tried to go cross court. Tyson Fry, the steal. Bucket of the ball.
Exactly what Fairfield needed by Fry. Give him a little smart. So you can see it in the Stutzman Power Equipment replay.
And look at the big fella charged up in front of the Falcons student section.
Stutzman Power Equipment, where you can get the tools and equipment for all your outdoor needs, specializing in Kubota, Steel, Toro, Bad Boy, and Skag. Check them out online at StutzmanPower.com. Stutzman Power Equipment, where service is their #1 product, and they're proud to support high school athletics.
Fry at his average with 8 points tonight. Fairfield by 2. Zepp had it knocked away. They move it around the perimeter, but can't get an open look. Daniel Yoder, the freshman, out to Camden Yoder for 3. That's an air ball. And it was not touched. Wiley Minix will check in for Westview.
Whether you're hungry for specialty pizza, wings, breadsticks, subs, or ice cream, Pizza Depot in Millersburg can feed the family or your whole team. The Pizza Depot is excited to announce their second location coming soon to Middlebury. And a big thank you to Pizza Depot in Millersburg for feeding the production crew prior to tonight's game.
Fairfield winning by 12 just 8 days ago, on their way to a Northeast Corner Conference Tournament Championship, trying to stay unbeaten in league play and working on building off a 2-point lead here late in the third. Fry with the drive, Fry with the layup that's missed. Here comes Yoder the other way for Westview.
Yoder did a great job of getting in Fry's way and altering his shot.
You don't have to be a big guy to alter a shot. Zepp is a big guy. Going to work against Fry. And Fry with the hammer is called for the foul. Derek Heinen didn't like it, but he got a little too much of the arm.
I think Fleisch had great position, and Zepp was going to take an off-balance shot. He didn't really need to come across the face like he did right there.
Yeah, he swung the arm. Once you do that, you're going to get called. So free throw sponsored by 5 Lakes Coffee here for Wyatt Zepp.
Sprouts and Honey is a local children's boutique here to outfit all the littles of your circle. Boys and girls clothing and accessories. Unique and local school spirit wear available. We are located inside Yoder Popcorn in Shipshewana, or you can order online for delivery or local pickup at sproutsandhoney.com. Follow us on social media platforms for discounts and giveaways. Sprouts and Honey, timeless, simple, basic.
Zepp missed the free throw, but an offensive rebound and a foul called on the floor against Fairfield. Westview having an off night for them at the foul line. 5 of 8, a lot of teams would take, but for a Westview team that's normally 74%, that's subpar.
Camden Grove just missed the little bunny on that little throw-in from the inbounds. And like you said, Zepp, 95% from the free throw line as well.
But he's missed 2 tonight. Mitch Miller. Mast. You see the clock, right-hand corner of the screen, and we got a holding call against Westview. It'll be on Wyatt Zepp. Chandler Pribble would like a word with Dylan Herendine. He's not going to get one. Custer outside for Fairfield. He's led the Falcons tonight with 10 points. Falcons look as though they want to hold for 1 shot. Nursing a 1-point lead. Mast is the guy they want with the ball in his hands. Spinning, shooting. Couldn't hit. Rebound to Westview. And through 3 quarters, man, it's been nip and tuck like a plastic surgeon as these two go back and forth. But Tyson Fry and the Falcons lead it by 1, headed to the 4th on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by Ben's Soft Pretzels, serving our community 1 pretzel at a time. And before we get to our Ben Soft Pretzel trivia question, let's get a Bills Heating courtside report. Craig Heatherly, your thoughts on this one through 3?
Both teams are playing suffocating defense. Offensively, Westview's attack was throwing the ball into the post. Fairfield's attack in that 3rd quarter was driving the basketball. I think the team that's gonna pull away here in the 4th quarter is the one that can make individual plays and by scoring the basketball or creating turnovers for easy points in transition. I think that's going to be the separator in this 4th quarter.
All right, thank you, Craig. And here's our Ben Soft Pretzel trivia question tonight. There are 2 of them on this year's roster.
Yep.
When was the last season Westview had a varsity basketball team without a Yoder? It doesn't happen often.
No, I'm pretty sure me and you were both born at that time, but not sure about Craig.
That may be true.
As we get it going on the 4th quarter here, sponsored by the Corn Crib Cafe.
And it opens with a Westview turnover. Alex Hofer on the outside. Trying to steady this Fairfield attack. Mast had the jersey pulled away from him by Zepp, and we give you a chance to answer the question. So Bo was kind enough to give you a clue. Craig Heatherly, I'm pretty sure, is not 43 yet, because that's how many years ago it was. 1980-81 season. That is the last time there was not a Yoder on the varsity basketball roster at Westview.
We've seen 1, we've seen 2, we've seen 3. I think we've seen 4 or 5 at a time, along with the Yoder coach.
Yes,
for a long time.
A long time Yoder coach. But we were just talking players.
Yep.
Here's a dump down to Brooks Custer. Working on Caden Grau. Oh, look at that. That's like a YMCA shot right there.
Custer with 12 points on the night, leading the Fairfield Falcons in this game.
That is the experience that a senior brings to a team. Fry tips it away. Fry the distance. Fairfield with its biggest lead of the night.
Craig called on the turnover to get a little separation. That's exactly what happened there with Fry at the basket, and another turnover.
He's got Custer on the wing, but Hofer takes it himself and was fouled on the way up. And Chandler Pribble wants a timeout with 6:38 to go. Fairfield has built a 5-point lead. The timeout sponsored by Yoder Popcorn. Falcons 30, Westview 25 on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by API St. Andrews, 31 years of success.
As we mentioned, the fourth quarter sponsored by the Corn Crib Cafe. They're a small restaurant serving big and delicious entrees located in Shipshewana. Their daily homemade specials, locally sourced foods, and baking goods in-house are our staple to quality food. Our menus include pizza, sandwiches, salads, homemade soups, pies, and so much more. Located at the corner of 5 and 20 inside the Yoder Crossroads Complex.
Saturday afternoon on Pulse FM, Big Ten basketball. Number 2 Purdue going into Carver Hawkeye Arena to take on Iowa. We'll have it for you on 103.1 FM. Your home for Big Ten basketball on the radio in Michiana. Alex Hofer at the line, a 57% free throw shooter. We mentioned he's a member of the football team. He is also a member of the cosmetology class. In fact, the only young man in that class. He has cut Derek Heinen's hair among the other celebrities at Fairfield. And wants to own his own barbershop someday. Zepp down on the block, kicks it back outside, and Grau short on the 3. And Schleybaugh could not get away with the push-off. It was pretty obvious.
It was pretty obvious. Schleybaugh picking up his 4th foul here tonight. Really pushed off on that one.
You get another look from Stutzman Power Equipment. Keep your eyes on 15 if you can. Well, we followed the ball, and by that time he had extended the arms. So now let's see if Fairfield plays it a little differently here, up by 6, or if they continue this attack mentality they've come out with here in the fourth quarter. Fry has had the hot hand in the second half. He likes his chances against Zepp. Miller, though, lost it out of bounds. It'll be a Westview ball.
5th turnover for Fairfield here in the second half. 11 on the night for Fairfield, 11 for Westview.
Boy, and look at this Fairfield student body right down there by Caden Grau. Getting away with about as much as you can. Helmuth needs some help and got it from Grau. Brill for 3, that's short. Westview has not hit a 3 all night.
I was just gonna say, Eastern Chicago Pizza has wanted them to hit a 3 here tonight as they're the 3-point sponsor.
Helmuth is able to hit the bucket inside. He has 4 now.
Westview really needed that bucket. About a minute and a half of no scoring for Westview there.
Here's Hofer. And Mast lost it, but it was knocked out of bounds by Grau.
This game's health tip is brought to you by HealthLink. There's no better way to make sure your athlete is ready to play than with a sports physical. Call HealthLink and schedule an appointment today. HealthLink offers medical, dental, vision, and more.
Fry spinning on the baseline, up and under, couldn't get to go. And the battle for the held ball. Fry goes sprawling in front of the student body. And on the alternating possession, it will go to Fairfield.
Well, you know this is a physical game, and you knew that tie-up right there with Fry is going to get a little contested.
And for Westview, number 13, Camden Yoder.
Owen Brill giving a physics lesson in leverage. And subs continue to check in. Daniel Yoder coming back in to give Wyatt Zepp a breather as Fry goes to the bench. Anytime Fry goes to the bench, Zepp comes out. Here's Carson Smith dribbling into a triple team. Found Miller outside. Good help and recover defense by Westview there. And Smith was fouled by the freshman Daniel Yoder.
Yoder picking up his first foul of the night. Fourth foul here in the fourth quarter on Westview. 0 fouls on Fairfield.
Fairfield, though, only a 61% free throw shooting team, so it may behoove Westview to wind up putting the Falcons on the line. We will see. And right now, Fairfield wants no part of fouling Westview for obvious reasons. Smith for 3. The first of the night for Carson Smith, who came in as a 43% three-point shooter.
Big shot by Smith to put him up by 7 here in the fourth.
Daniel Yoder, though, with the left hand. That was pretty. And the Westview students respond. Hofer zips the pass, and Miller travels.
Small Batch Roastery, providing fresh and local coffee, located at 5 and 20 in the Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. 5 Lakes Coffee, Shipshewana. Order your beverage hot, iced, or frozen. They also offer smoothies and teas. Hungry? Grab one of the delicious breakfast sandwiches or baked goods. Served all day. Our friendly staff are waiting to greet you and provide you with excellent services. Drive-through and walk-in available.
Caden Grau trying to get it in. And we've got a foul called on Custer.
Good job, Rob!
Custer called for his third. Helmuth makes the catch but lost the handle. Here's Fry with a full head of steam. Got the bucket in the bump. Tyson Fry having himself the second half.
Yoder picking up his third foul, but you can see Fry taking it strong to the hoop. He wasn't going to be denied on this one here. Ball actually got popped out right to Fry. You know stuff's going your way when that happens.
4:03 to go in regulation. Fairfield with its biggest lead of the night at 7-46. And this edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Reminder, college basketball returns to TV 46 Saturday, January 27th with the battle for Highway 20 bragging rights as Goshen comes on over to take on the Bethel Pilots. Boy, what a night Drew Lutz had the other night with 38 points in the win over Spring Arbor. We'll have Bethel College basketball for you Saturday, January 27th at 9 p.m.
Located just outside of Shipshewana at the corner of 5 and 20 stands Yoder Popcorn. They're famously known for tiny, tender popcorn and homemade caramel corn. We are a family-owned, fourth-generation business going on 88 years of operation. Our store has everything you need from your popping pleasure. 9 varieties of kernels, oils, seasonings, and so much more. Stop in today to shop for a free sample or visit our website at www.yoderpopcorn.com.
Tyson Fry looking for his 13th point of the night. He had 16 in the win over Jimtown. And Fry makes it an 8-point Fairfield advantage with 4 minutes left. Wyatt Zepp double teamed on the baseline, threw it away. Helmuth knocks it out of bounds for Westview.
8 turnovers for Westview here in the second half, just 5 in the first half, and a majority of those coming here in the fourth quarter.
Fairfield really ratcheting up the pressure. I want to go to Craig Heatherly with the Bills Heating courtside report. Craig, what have you seen differently in the way Fairfield is playing defense here in the second half?
Yeah, I think with both teams, when you play that hard defensively, something's got to give. And eventually, they got some turnovers. And what was different in the second half versus the first half was they turned those turnovers into easy baskets in transition, opening up the game.
Luke Helmuth called for the foul, his second, and that is the 15th foul on Westview. So everything but player control fouls from Westview here on out result in 2 free throws for Fairfield, and Alex Hofer will go to the line, 57% free throw shooter. And he missed the first.
1 of 2 going into that free throw. 1 of 3 now at the free throw line.
Minix and Schleybaugh check back in for Westview. You get the feeling Chandler Pribble is going to look for some offense-defense substitutions here as we go down the stretch. Hofer hits the second. 2 points tonight for Alex.
Not quite to the point where they need to be hoisting up threes every single time down, but they need to get the ball down the floor first. This pressure by Fairfield.
Mast really doing a nice job in this pressure defense. He has had a lot of deflections and tips here in the fourth quarter. Helmuth racing up the court and is fouled by Hofer, which will get a rather derisive cheer from some of the Westview faithful. That's the second foul called on Fairfield here in the fourth quarter. As you look at Chandler Pribble, the son-in-law of former Central Noble boys coach and now Garrett girls coach John Bodie. Pribble played his high school ball down at Bluffton, then was an assistant there before becoming a head coach at Eastern in Pekin County for 2 years before coming to Westview. Wiley Minix rejected by Noah Mast.
Great look inside, but Mast is just too much for him.
And Fry has been on fire and continues. 15 for the big fella. Might be talking to Craig Heatherly in 3:08. An 11-point Falcon lead. And many of the Falcon faithful on their feet, saluting the defensive effort. And a holding call fouled on Eli Miller.
Well, I think one of the biggest things with the way Fry's played tonight, not just his 15 points, but the ability to hold Zepp to only 6 points tonight. I think that was the biggest accomplishment for him tonight.
Yeah, Zepp and Helmuth, who came in combined averaging 24, have just 10. And Minix is another guy that averages right around double figures, and he's only had 2. So they've really done a good job shutting down the big scorers of Westview. Zepp able to draw contact against Miller here, and he'll go to the line for 2.
There's a Stutzman Power Equipment replay. You see, gets it inside to Zepp. Miller picking up his second foul. Again, Zepp, 95% free throw shooter.
Wyatt headed to play college basketball at Concordia College. Hits that one.
Ben Soft Pretzels has been supporting high school athletics since 2008. They believe that sports are an important part of well-rounded education, and we're proud to support the next generation of athletes. Find Ben Soft Pretzels at the University Park Mall, and at most major Notre Dame athletic events, have a pretzel day.
Wade Springer will check in and take the place of Wiley Minix. Fairfield up by 9.
Free throws by Westview there, sponsored by 5 Lakes Coffee.
Absolutely, we appreciate their support. Custer with a nice play to tip that one into the forecourt and avoid the turnover. And now Fairfield will try to play some keep away here for 2.5 minutes. Nearly a turnover, but Miller recovers. And a steal. Here's Grau. And Grau goes up to get two, and a timeout called by Derek Heinen. We'll keep it here with 2:05 to go and get another look at this one on the Stutzman Power Equipment replay.
Yeah, you can see this is really set up by the switching that Westview did on the backside. Grau did a great job of reading that before they even went to make that pass. He knew he was going to steal that ball.
Well, as you take a look at the Westview bench, the story might be over at Fairfield, where they have one of the best records in our 46 viewing area. Who would have thought at the beginning of the year that Derek Deschone and Concord would be sitting on the best record in the area? They've done it with terrific defense, much the way Fairfield has here tonight. The Falcons looking for their 11th win of the season after only an 8-win season last year.
Yeah, some very highly competitive teams in Northern Indiana this year, and we get to see two of them right here tonight.
And the Westview Whistler has the Warrior fans on their feet, trying to rally them from 7 down with 2:05 to go. He is as much a part of that basketball experience as anybody. And now the Fairfield fans respond. And listen to the din in the den.
What a Friday night. You need to get out. You need to experience stuff like this in Indiana. Friday night basketball. Wow, oh wow.
You talk about two communities who support their teams. Whew. And I'll tell you, we'll be in another great one next Friday night down at the Panther Pit when Warsaw and Northwood get together. And there won't be a lot of vacant seats that night either.
Love how the student bodies come out, support their fellow classmates, getting into the game, dressing up. We'll see that again, like you said, down at the pit next week.
Here's Carson Smith at the foul line. And this is the guy Westview wants to put at the stripe. He is only a 31% free throw shooter for the year. 6'1" senior, honor roll student here at Fairfield High School. Also a member of the Unified Flag football team, but he missed them both. So Westview will come right back down the court, trailing by 7. Remember, they have not hit a 3 tonight. Helmuth tried to draw contact, no call, and it goes out of bounds off Fairfield. We'll see if we can get East of Chicago Pizza a 3-point mention here before the end of the night. It would certainly make things interesting if it came in the next couple of seconds. Schleybaugh lobs it down low for Zepp. Zepp over Fry, hit the side of the backboard.
Again, Fry with great defense on Zepp, not giving up anything.
Mast to Custer. Mast had it popped away briefly. Now back to Custer. Here's Eli Miller. Do they foul him? Derek Heinen thought they might, so he called a timeout and got it before the pass was thrown.
It was. The whistle was blown before that pass was in the air.
So a 30-second timeout taken by Fairfield as the Falcons lead it 40-33. And of course, Fairfield trying to build off the success of last week when they not only beat Westview in the semifinals of the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament, but went on to win the whole thing. The first time the Falcon boys have done that since 1999.
Quite a feat for this group, and they're very proud of winning that championship, and they knew how long it had been, and to raise that trophy for these kids. And we talked about how proud they were of that, but that's not where they want to stop. They want to continue forward.
And that was the question coming in here was, would they be satisfied with that, or would the intensity of this rivalry spur them to a great effort tonight? And I think we've got our answer. Hofer underneath, had it blocked by Schleybaugh. The foul is called.
Yeah, the 5th on Schleybaugh. What a great game by Austin tonight. Just played well throughout the whole game.
So the 5th foul on Schleybaugh as you get another look from underneath. And it'll send Alex Hofer back to the line as Wiley Minix comes back into the lineup. He's got to come on the floor now because that'll be their 5th player. So hope for tonight is 2 of 4 at the stripe. Young man with a 3.4 GPA drills that one. Fairfield closing in on a 4-0 mark in NECC play and keeping all pursuers behind them. Hofer with a good, steady effort off the bench tonight. Here's Helmuth all the way in, got the bucket in the bump. That is exactly what Fairfield wanted to avoid.
Yeah, just a nice take by Helmuth through the bucket, keeping his body under control, knocking it down, get the bucket in the bump.
So Helmuth will go to the foul line for a free throw sponsored by 5 Lakes Coffee. And Luke is an 81% free throw shooter. As we mentioned in the pregame show, also the team leader in assists. Gets his 7th point of the night. Fairfield by 6, 2-possession game. Mast, charge.
That's a charge, it was.
Absolutely the right call. Wade Springer did a great job setting up in front of Mast, who just wasn't looking.
Yeah, you can see right here, he catches the ball, comes up, jumps again. Springer, great job understanding how this game's played.
So now can Westview get a bomb that they desperately need here? Springer, Grau in the corner, short. Springer the rebound quickly. 4-point game with 55 seconds left. Minix thought about trying to swoop in and steal that pass.
Yeah, he was just about it.
And a timeout called by Fairfield with 45 seconds left. Fairfield leading Westview 42-38. The dramatic conclusion when we come back. This edition of the 46th game of the week being brought to you by TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Well, now we've had 3 good games in a row. Let's see if we can make it 4. On Tuesday night, we'll be over at Hadaway Shack for an NIC clash as Bremen and the state's leading scorer in terms of freshmen coming to take on the Adams Eagles. We'll have it for you live stream Tuesday around 7:30, then Wednesday night at 9 and Thursday afternoon at 2 as the Westview student body. My goodness, you look at them and they came over in droves tonight with the whiteout, and they have not given up hope for their Warriors.
No, they've been standing up pretty much the whole girls game before this, and now the whole boy game. Just a couple breaks here and there sitting down, but student body's bringing it from both schools tonight.
Fairfield inbounding from the sideline. Both teams with 5 fouls. As you see, both teams with 1 timeout left. Mast got it across to Fry, who smartly kicked it back outside.
Mast is one of those guys you want to foul, only a 63% free throw shooter.
Noah Mast with 6 points tonight. He has not been to the stripe. The senior averaging 9 points a contest. He was an all-conference tennis player for the last 2 years. And has played a terrific defensive game here tonight. But he misses a key foul shot there. Luke Helmuth signals the play to his teammates that they'll run after the second free throw. Missed them both. Fry couldn't get the rebound. It comes to Springer. Here's Grau. Short on that one. Eli Miller, a key rebound. And a foul called on Westview.
One of those, you get down there and you want to be gentle with it. You've got to take that ball strong to the hoop, use the board. Don't just try to lay it up.
And now Eli Miller of Fairfield goes to the free throw line for the first time this season. The 5'11 junior who had the game-winning hit against Westview in baseball last year in the 8th inning, misses the first.
Yeah, Fairfield could have put this game away, I believe, here in the 4th quarter if they would have knocked down their free throws. Something I'm sure Coach Heinen's going to discuss after this game.
He'd rather discuss it with a win. Fry lost it out of bounds off Minix, though. It's Fairfield ball.
Fry just out physically, being more physical under the hoop. That's all it comes down to.
Stutzman Power Equipment replay shows you the pursuit for the loose ball, and it did go off Minix at the very end. Helmuth couldn't corral it. Garber comes up with it, and the freshman Brant Garber will go to the foul line for the first time this season. Fairfield has missed its last 4 free throws and somehow still leads by 4 as Wade Springer fouls out.
Nothing like coming to your first varsity game free throw line shots against your arch rival down by 4 with only 18 seconds to go in the game.
Brant Garber, a terrific three-point shooter on the year. And 1 for 1 at the line this season. Derek Heinen looking on, trying to pick up his 34th win in 3 seasons as the Fairfield coach. 1 of 2 at the stripe for Garber. I think Westview needs a 3 here. Who's going to pull the trigger? Rao instead goes underneath to Zepp, and Zepp missed the reverse layup, masked the rebound. That should do it.
Just not able to finish at the hoop their last 3 possessions down the floor for Westview.
And look at the scene here in Benton. Noah Mast missed his last 2 at the foul line, but he hits this one. 6-point Fairfield lead. This one could make it 3 possessions and basically seal the deal. One more for Mast, and the Fairfield Falcons will make it a season sweep over their rival, the Westview Warriors, as Fairfield wins it tonight by a final score of 45-38, and they'll storm the court in Benton. The players line up to shake hands, and we're back with our St. Joe County Police Department post-game show featuring our player of the game and our electrifying play of the game. And it all comes your way next on the 46th Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by
It'll be a slow crowd to depart here, at least the Fairfield folks. The Westview folks have already hit the road because Fairfield gets the season sweep over the Warriors tonight by a count of 45-38. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt with you courtside. And man, you won't see a better atmosphere. You might see better executed games. The shooting left something to be desired, but I give credit to defense, and defense is really what won the game for Fairfield in the 4th.
Oh, it definitely did. When you come down to that 4th quarter, they were more physical, they caused more turnovers, and they took it to the hoop stronger. Talking about the physical game, they were more physical in the 4th quarter.
Derek Heinen talked about his team using transition defense to create offense, and well, that's exactly what they were able to do tonight, thanks in part to Tyson Fry. He's our player of the game, and he's standing by now with Craig Heatherly.
All right, we are here with the player of the game, Tyson. What a game, man.
Yeah.
You played like your hair was on fire. Tell us what it was like to play in a game like that.
I mean, it was just truly just an awesome moment. Just experience with my teammates and just family, and just, yeah, I can just give thanks to God and all of it that I get to play in this. It was truly a cool opportunity with it.
You guys came out in the second half in straight attack mode. You specifically coming off the dribble, making plays. What coach say to you guys at halftime?
That we just need to pick up our intensity, just play like we do in practice and live up to that standard that we put ourselves to, and I feel like that we did that.
There's something clear about this team. You guys play with a lot of just enthusiasm, a lot of joy. What's it like playing on this basketball team, and what's it mean to you?
Dude, I love it. I love the Fairfield community. I love the Fairfield team. It's a special moment in my heart, Lord, that I will just cherish forever. Like it's truly something special. I love it.
You made an incredible impact on the game. Congratulations on the victory. Chuck, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Craig. What a humble hero Tyson Fry was tonight. And he also provided us with our electrifying play of the game, sponsored by the electrical workers of Local 153. Perfect example of what we talked about, Bo. Transition defense leading to offense.
Yeah, he had a few of those tonight where he got the steals, went coast to coast, made the bucket, got the crowd going. And what a great kid, and what a great kid for this team. Really proud of him and what he does for this program and for the Fairfield community.
Right in front of the Fairfield student body. Could have happened to him in a better place. So congratulations to Tyson Fry and the Falcons. They're now 11-3. Westview going to try to bounce back from this one, get ready for tournament time with a record of 9-4. And we will see you next week from Hadaway Shack with Bremen and Adams. Our thanks to our TV46 crew who helped bring you this one tonight, led by our production manager, Dean Korsmo. That was not him on the guitar with the national anthem, by the way. And our usual cast of talented men who bring you high school basketball each and every week. Reminder, Purdue basketball on the radio Saturday. The Boilermakers have to venture into Carver Hawkeye Arena, take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll have it for you on Pulse FM at 2 p.m. And then, as we mentioned, Hadaway Shack, the destination for our midweek game next week, as the Bremen Lions take on the Adams Eagles in NIC play. We'll have it for you Wednesday night at 9 and Thursday afternoon at 2 on TV46. Now for my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt, Craig Heatherly, Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Fairfield 45, Westview 38. Bye-bye from Benton.